Hello and welcome to this video on Gran Turismo Sport. Now this is one of the weirdest things that has happened to me since the start of playing this game. So you can see at the start then we end up rage quitting this race, but it was actually a really good one up until that point. So we're going to have a quick look back and see how it all unfolded. So we're in the Red Bull Junior cars and I've had quite a bad qualifying here. I'm down in 13th place. 6/10 behind the leader, but I know I've got pretty good race pace here, so we should be able to make some positions up and move forward. So we're at Big Willow and it's a really unusual race, this one, as we get away from a standing start, because these cars have a hell of a lot of downforce, not the most power, and today we're on super soft. Sorry, not super soft. We're on the sports soft tyres. So something that's really unusual is having a car that's such high downforce on basically road tyres. So very strange tyre combination. Not sure why they've done it, to be honest. But it does actually give us some interesting racing. So you have a lot of turning with these cars, and then you start to lose the rear. The rear likes to slide around all over the place. But you still have that grip through the high speed corners, so very unusual combination. So car up the inside then, who is that? We've got the Spaniard, but he ends up going wide and we maintain that 13th position. So we've kind of got through lap one without too many issues then, as we head down to the absolutely flat out, when you're not behind another car, final corner. But when we're in the slipstream, we're obviously going to be taking a bit more speed through the corner, so we're going to just have a little comfort lift and make sure that we're getting through the final corner fine, as we see the Brit up ahead goes a little bit wide on the dust, and you can see we get a bit of a run on him as well as the South African up ahead, down into fourth gear for turn one, then give them room on the outside and we make that move up. As we can see, Harley up ahead has gone wide onto the dust, so he's going to have dirty tyres going into the next couple of corners. And actually we still have a bit of a speed advantage here, and we were able to go through the inside coming out of the long right hander then, and we get another move done. So up to 10th place then at the halfway point of lap number 2. So it's actually been a pretty good opening phase of the race for us, and we can see up ahead it's still pretty close from I think 5th place downwards. We're just going to fast forward ahead then as we catch up to that group up ahead, and we can see another car has been off in the dust up ahead. I think that's Monaco Leonard, and you can see he's got dirty tyres going through turn one, so we're able to take advantage of that and get that move done. Move into the inside line then for the long right hand, and we can see up ahead the Spaniard has gone through a little bit wide, as we've got another two cars side by side. I think that's Treviso there, nearly loses control but manages to hold on, and then we try to move to the inside, but the Spaniard just kind of turns across us then, and we can't quite avoid him, but we get through okay. And then the Spaniard turns in very tightly on Harley and loses control there, so I don't think he saw Harley was going up the inside there. But anyway, we live on, avoiding that chaos, and then get a good exit up the hill and manage to get past Harley, and we're right slotting in behind Jack then, very close. And like I said earlier, we just want to have a little bit of a safety lift going through these final corners. We don't want to get caught out and go too wide, but that does allow the Monaco driver to get up ahead of us. But we get a much better exit out of the final corner then, and you can see who is that? Is that Harley? Yep, Harley manages to get past the both of us then, and we're going to be on the outside for turn one. But you can see we're just knocked a little bit wide by Leonard out on the dust, and it's really important in these cars when you go off onto the dust to just try and keep it in as straight a line as possible. Okay, so just bear that in mind for a little bit later on in this race. But if you go off, you just need to keep it pointing in a straight line. As soon as you make any sudden movements of the wheel, you just end up spinning, and that's effectively your race over. So we go for the move up the inside then, but that does mean that we're going to be on the outside of the track for the next turn, and we're unable to keep that position. But we're going to be very close going through the final section of the lap, because the car in front doesn't have the advantage of a slipstream up ahead. So we're going to have a real advantage then coming down this back straight. We're going to see if we can maybe move to the inside, but you can see the E-Monaco driver then cutting across us and blocking us off. So we're unable to make any attack going round this final very tricky long-hander when you're in the slipstream. So we just need to make sure we don't make any mistakes through here, and we'll try and get him down into turn 1. So he's obviously going to have the inside line, but we do have a speed advantage as we cross the start-finish straight then to begin lap number 5, and we're just going to have to brake quite late, give him room on the inside, and just take as much corner speed as we can, and we get that move done then, and we move to the inside of the track to just block off any potential counter-attack from E-Monaco Leonard, but we maintain that position. So I'm just going to fast forward once again then as we look to catch up with the cars ahead, and you can see, like I said earlier, we do have good race pace in this race, and all through this lap you can see we're gaining on that group up ahead. And as we come around the final corner then and start lap number 7, you can see we've caught right up to the group of cars up ahead. So we've got Bobby 23BG, Bulgaria, I assume that means, up ahead, and he's very close to Mew Mew in 7th place then. So Mew Mew, I know, plays on the controller, so I think he's probably going to be suffering with the tyre wear at this point in the race, and it looks like he's starting to hold up the Bulgarian driver behind him, and we need to make sure that we can try and clear both of them as soon as possible. I still think we've got a good opportunity to maybe move up into 5th place eventually in this race. So coming down the final corner then, I'm just going to forward the start of this lap because it all remains pretty calm and collected, and then up the hill and around this corner we're going to see if we can do anything following closely through here, and you can see a bit of sideways from the silver and green car up ahead, and we move to the inside then, have the advantage over him with the acceleration, and we're able to maintain the inside line for the final corner and get that move done as well. So Mew Mew up ahead, we're going to see if we can catch him going on to lap number 9 then as we round the final corner, and this is where it all kind of went downhill as we can see the driver behind pitting. So as we cross the line then, we are starting lap number 9 as you can see there. So bear that in mind and remember that, because it's very important in about a minute's time. We're just going to forward a little bit here as we catch up to the back of Mew Mew, and through this tricky, the more technical section of the track, we can see he's really struggling with the tyres now, and we're able to take a lot more speed through pretty much all the corners here. And again, he's going a little bit sideways out of this corner onto the back straight. So we're going to see if we can get a run on him, maybe down into the final corner. But you can see he's just kind of moving over to the inside, so the sensible thing to do here is wait until we get onto the start-finish straight and see if we can maybe look to do a move into the first corner. So little lift off then, coming around the final corner, and unfortunately we just clip the curb there and it sends us off. We try to keep it in a straight line and think, well, you know what, we'll just go to the pits, but yeah, we clip that mound and we're suddenly reset to the start-finish line in reverse. I'm really disorientated at this point, but we're still on lap number 9. So we've been sent all the way back to the start of lap number 9. And at this point in the race, I just didn't really understand what had happened. I was very confused, trying to work out just exactly what had gone on. And yeah, we've been reset by a whole lap. So last place, a lap down behind everyone, and obviously there's no point continuing with that, so we quit the race, and that was that. So really weird one. I've never seen anything like that happen before in GT Sport. Let me know if you have. If you've enjoyed the video, obviously then give it a like, and yeah, subscribe if you don't already. But yeah, really strange race, and hopefully we don't end up having anything like that happen again. Thanks for watching. See you again soon.